Preussen vs. Invaders Episode 2. On map 1950, Preussen and Invaders continue to face each other this Thursday evening. There are only a few bases of other alliances left, because both Preussen and Invaders urgently needed their bases to grow themselves. Success also depends on the group limit. You can see how important both alliances take this map by the number of home bases. 14 by Preussen alone. Then Preussen sees Invaders sending troops to the lower left corner. Obviously, they are planning the next attack there. So when Invaders pull everything together at the bottom, that's the perfect time to attack at the top. The attacked player is online and immediately starts rebuilding a defense tower. Knowing the enemy defense troops to the south, this time a car also comes into play. However, he is well protected. Too easily some IL-2 could destroy it. In the south, Invaders continue to send material into the lower left corner, unperturbed. Obviously, they have already given up the attack base in the north and want to get a base in the south for it. During this ongoing attack, I would like to explain something fundamental. I hear again and again the reproach that I would show the Prussian successes extensively and sweep the successes of the opponents under the table. For example, on the morning of this Thursday, Preussen lost 2 bases in the south to Invaders. I don't show that in the video because I simply wasn't online at the time and couldn't record it. The base falls even before the construction of a new defense tower is finished. I was amazed to see that it wasn't worth the one click to the attacked player to cancel the concrete production running in that base. That would have saved 10 gold after all. No sooner had the base above been captured than Invaders actually attacked to the south. Probably they had the same plan as Preussen had just implemented. If Preussen attacks in the north, they might be weak in the south. But Preussen had not moved the defense troops to the north. They were still waiting in the south, because we had seen how Invaders gathered their troops there. Immediately, Invaders sends out the R4 helicopter, but quickly backs off when several groups of M16 arrive. A second wave then turns out to be much smaller. Thus, there is no danger to the attacked base, even if it lacks the resources to immediately replace the lost defense tower. If Invaders just can't show more commitment in the south, they will probably have only a few players online. Since the attack in the north was so successful, it should simply be repeated. This time, the attacked player does not even rebuild a rook. However, this now makes the Preussen players overconfident, and another base of another Invaders player is directly attacked, which is right next to it. In fact, the first attack is not disturbed and the base can be taken. Once again, Mike Dog does not even stop the ongoing concrete production. Again, 10 gold given away. He doesn't seem to care. The Invaders player Midnight sends bisons to the north, so the lower left corner seems to have lost some of its importance. This does not affect the attack on the base to the north. The attacked base is taken, and despite all the ease of this attack, Preussen watches very closely over the bridges to notice any interferers immediately. Without a break, Preussen immediately continues against the next base. At first, this attack again seems to go off without a hitch. Most of the defense towers had already fallen when suddenly the R4 helicopter came from the south to clean up in front of the base. Such a large number of helicopters decimated the cannon fodder in front of the base quite considerably. So Preußen had to react quickly and not wait until the M16s parked at some distance would arrive. Fire can also be fought with fire. So Preußen sends its own R4 helicopters to repel the enemy R4s, which continued to fire at Preußen's cannon fodder. So it was only a matter of time until this disruptive attack of the invaders is repulsed. Shortly thereafter, this base also falls. Finally, the last base west of the river is attacked. This attack not only completes a successful border reorganization, but also secures Preußen unhindered access to the northern highway. Again and again, Preußen attacks to the south as well. These are not very serious attacks. They serve a threefold purpose. First, reconnaissance, whether the enemy can quickly reinforce the south. Second, reduction of enemy troops true to the motto, attack is the best defense. Third, distraction from the actual center of attack in the north. When Preußen notices that invaders continue to defend only moderately in the south and ignore the north despite the losses, it then goes across the river and the invaders' bases on the other side of the river are attacked. For the first base, it still helps that the Karl can remain on the safe western side of the river. So the risk of attacking the M4 base is low. Here quite a few bases belong to the invaders player Mr. XY. Preußen changed that on this evening. It dropped base after base without further opposition. On this Thursday evening, invaders had delivered a rather modest performance. Obviously, they are already fully counting on the highway opening soon, and invaders can fetch troops from 100 other maps. Quite a bit more than Preußen. Still 48 hours until the highway opens.